What's up, guys? My name is Drew. I'm here with my man Obi.
Yo,
Let's Talk series on King Talk Live. Today we'll be discussing voting. We'll also go over what vibrations are and how it works. We'll close out the show discussing manipulations. And without further ado, let's get the show on the road.
question for you, right? So lately, throughout everywhere, and news, all types of social media platforms, we've been seeing a lot of commercials, right? Specifically with the players, right? Talking about the importance of voting, right? Voting, mind you, ever since everything in terms of all the murdering that's been taking place, right? We've been having all these stuff that's been taking place. Again, the NBA specifically now is on the wave of the importance of voting. My position of voting, me personally, I think it's a waste of time. But I just want to know what you think and how you feel about that.
So, for me, in terms of voting, and them pushing the narrative of, oh, you need to vote, you need to vote. I really truly feel that energy right there that they put out, you normally don't get that all the time. It's like, are those people that they're choosing are people that are advocates in the neighborhood that are constantly pushing things along that line? Because I feel like they just pick players that they know that people can relate to, and there's some type of following between the line behind that person. He's more like a superstar, so that way, if you hear your favorite superstar is telling you need to go vote as a person that you look up to this person, or you want to be a basketball player in a sense, then you'll be more inclined to go vote. But it goes back to the same general question: what is the benefit of voting? And if you look back throughout the history, there isn't any benefit in terms of our community. And you know that now putting basketball in the mix, it's like it goes back to what you were saying in the previous video about a decadent veil, on how they use celebrities to push that narrative on you and say, oh, go vote, go vote. So, life first, there is a common word that we're going to be using back and forth, and I would love for you to explain or go a little deeper into it. The vibrations, because give me your opinion on it, on what it is and how it works, and I'll give you my feedback.
Yeah. So for me, vibration. What does that mean for me? So vibration is something that it's within one, right? So vibrationally, we ultimately are in control of our vibration. Whatever we choose to put out there ultimately comes from within. Now, a lot of the times, conveniently, we choose to use words of others to ultimately trigger and give us a reaction to our vibrational mood elevator, right, is how I like to refer to it as, right? So based upon words of others, we then choose to allow that to trigger us in a way where then our mood elevator either go up on a higher vibrational wave or a lower vibrational wave, right? Now that's the key, right? Again, we're talking words of others, how we hear it, and then from there, how it's internalized, and then from that, it gives out a reaction, right? So ultimately understanding that we are in control. So when we think vibrations, it's extremely important. If you're not doing certain things, like, let's say, meditating, right? Clearing your mind, getting to understand yourself more on a deeper level, right? Those could be certain types of blocks that will block certain frequencies from passing through, because it's just blocked, right? So and being a part of this community as we continue to keep building, we will uncover, how some of these things could be applied, and you could implement it into your life to ultimately get yourself to having the awareness of understanding, you ultimately control the vibration that you put out there into the world, right? So why is high energy relevant, right? If you ever think about, right, from a work perspective, all jobs, what do they look for? High energy. Now, let me ask you a question. How is high energy measured?
That's great. That's crazy that you even asked that question because you, how do you really measure that? I think it's more so with your emotion, the feel that the person gives you in terms of if you know you're in an interview and you could just tell, like some people have that thing where they could just tell just by looking at you within a second how really you are, but that that right there is just the level of where you're vibrating from, you see. So in terms of that, it's like you come in the room with a certain confidence all over you, you could it radiates off of you. That's when you're vibrating at a higher level. But what some people don't understand is that you are in control of that. It's you, nobody else outside. Yes, something can happen, this, that, and the third, but it's up to you to control that. So in terms of how to better it, it's mostly based on how you're feeling. So,
Right. And and to build off of even what you're saying, right? When we think of it, into the people that is drawn to us, or the people that we end up, crossing paths with, right? Those individuals are images of ourselves that we need to repair. Manipulation. What are manipulations? We are manipulations, right? You might then say, how are we a manipulation? So once we understand, right, higher vibrations, lower vibrations, and the importance of managing, the spectrum of those vibrations, ultimately you want to be maintained in here, obviously not down here. We control that. No one else but us, right? So we already got past that. Now, how does that correlate into a manipulation? So we're going to look at it from a perspective of the lower vibration. So lower vibration. So for instance, for whatever reasons, I woke up not having quite the best day. Not having the best day whatsoever. Everything is going completely wrong. So because of that, emotionally, when I express myself, I'm going to express it in a lower place, right? And then everyone that I come into contact with, I'm creating a reality to that person who's meeting me maybe for the first time, or maybe I might know this person, that this person clearly is not happy about something, right? That's the reason we have emotions. We understand it by how we react. So that's how people can tell if you're either angry, happy, sad, so forth, etc., right? But again, that is a vibration that we're choosing to go to in order to even illustrate how we're even feeling within that moment, right? And for instance, that's like if someone just happened to die and you just start laughing, you're like, oh my God, you're evil. Why? Think about it. But we'll get there, right? We're talking manipulation. We're talking, higher vibration, lower vibration. So if you're operating from a lower vibrational place, right? And again, you are interacting with individuals who maybe know you, again, maybe first time meeting you. Now that person has an impression on you. Now that person, here we go again, goes back to the individual, right? So now let's say if that individual is not aware of their vibrational energy, right? Now that person, because you just rubbed them the wrong way, then they took on the energy that you put out there, right? Again, you put out there. So now the other person, because that's what we are, we're just moving energy, right? So So the manipulation is formed by just that very thing. And then time after time, it forms into even a bigger manipulation. The more people you touch, so forth, etc. The same way that could have went easily, right? So let's say you were having you woke up, smile on your face, mind you, and you could do it. I challenge everyone right now, going forward. When you wake up in the morning, just put a smile on your face. Just try it. Try it and then tell me how you feel. Just put a smile on your face. That's the only expression. Just put a smile and watch how your whole day goes. Because everybody will look at you and then say, what? Why are you so happy? Try it. Try it and leave a comment. I would love to hear you guys' feedback, but to get us back on track, because why? When you do that, what you're doing, you're creating a manipulation that you're happy. The same way if you're angry, you're mad, right? You could call it a reality, you could call it a manipulation, whatever makes you feel better. The point of the matter is that is something that you are creating yourself. You're forging that into reality based upon the level of vibration you're choosing to reveal, as opposed to, understanding the words that is being said to you in the order, and then having a reaction minus the emotion. So in addition to the challenge for your household, the moment you wake up, and if you live with anyone, you give that person a hug and watch how your day goes. Watch how your day goes, right? Prove me wrong, right? I promise you, you're going to set yourself off to have an amazing day. So it's a simple, simple challenge. I'd like to thank everyone again for being here with us. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share.